Hello everybody! Finally, we have some clarity around the Skilled Regional 191 visa, and that is exactly what we're going to talk about today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tracy Chen and I'm an immigration lawyer based in Australia. We have offices in almost every state in Australia and lawyers and agents in all the states. Before I get stuck into it, if you guys like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and share this with people who need it. So let's talk about the 191 visa. First of all, this is only for eligible visa holders. And by that, I mean someone who holds a Skilled Regional 491 visa or a Skilled Regional Employer-Sponsored 494 visa. Now, once you're granted that visa, you must be living and working in regional Australia. You can have a look at those visa conditions. There's certain visa conditions that you must comply with. So let's just say you are a 491 visa holder and you have been living and working in regional for the past 3 years and you are ready to apply for the 191 visa. So here are the exact requirements. You must have held the eligible 491 or 494 visa for the past 3 full years, not financial years, just full years. So from end to end, 365 days times 3, whatever that number is. Then you also must provide evidence that you have worked in regional Australia. So 3 notices of assessments from the Australian Taxation Office. And now we have received confirmation there is no minimum income threshold required. Previously, it did say you need to make the minimum income threshold, but there isn't. So you can be making 50,000, 60,000, 80,000. You just need to submit your notice of assessment to make sure that during that time you were working in regional, and you must have complied with all your visa conditions. Now on the 491 visa grant, you will see your conditions. So maybe we can go through it today. So the first condition is condition 8578. And what that means is you must notify the department within 14 days of a number of things. This includes your residential address, your email address, your phone address, your passport details, your employer details, as well as the address of the location where you are employed. So you could be working from home as long as it's regional. Next, you must stay in a designated regional area. Now there are postcodes for this, so you just make sure you're staying in those regional areas. But rule of thumb, a lot of places in Australia are actually regional, except Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane. Condition 8580, you have to provide to the department within 28 days of their request of the information that they're asking for. Your residential address, your workplace details, all of that. And condition 8581, which means you have to attend an interview if you are asked. I don't have any clients that have been asked to attend an interview yet, but most definitely a lot of our clients have been requested for the condition just before. Condition 8580, where they have to provide all their current information as a 491 visa holder. So that's how they're going to monitor you. So when you go to apply for the 191 visa, you got to make sure that you actually complied with all the visa conditions, because it's going to affect the grant. Then if you've ticked all those boxes, you will be able to make an application to the department, and you'll be lodging an application for a 191 visa. Now, there's no income requirement. You must have complied with the conditions. The application fee is relatively cheap too. It's $435. And you must meet the health and character requirements. So you'll probably be asked to do a health test again, and you will be asked to provide all your recent police checks from overseas and from Australia. So that's it. It's relatively simple. It is very close to how the 489 to 887 worked. The main things they're going to be looking for is that you complied with the visa conditions of the 491. So that's going to be the most important aspect when you make this application. You need to think, okay, did I comply with all my visa conditions? But in saying that, most of our clients are pretty good. Everyone has complied with the visa conditions. We're only doing our first batch of 191 applicants because, as you know, the 491 was only introduced in, I think it was November 2019. So people only started getting their invitations and then grants. So people are only starting to be eligible for the 191 visa. But there's no standard processing time listed for at the moment, but they have mentioned that it's subject to migration planning levels. So it is subject to the migration cap every single year. But once the visa visa is granted, you'll be able to study, work, and live anywhere in Australia. You'll also be able to sponsor eligible family members for permanent residence as well. And once you have met the requirements, you can apply for Australian citizenship. So I hope that was helpful. If you guys liked that video, don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with people who need it. If you want to get in contact with myself or one of our fantastic lawyers or agents, our contact details are below. I've also just released mini courses at courses.tracymigration.com.au. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.